Why did you choose this wine?
Most of the time when someone says, listen, you got to try this Sauvignon Blanc, it's incredible. It's not. It's like listening to the same boy band you've heard every single time. It's formulaic, it's homogenous, it's the same thing. But then you get something like this and it's not a boy band, it's Justin Timberlake solo project, Future Sexy Love Sounds.
Future Sex Love Sounds.
That, and it's just... So, aside from the fact that this wine is so delicious, the name makes me giggle. It's gross and gross. Gross and gross in German means great. So great and great. This is a family that has been traced to, has been making wine in the region since the late 1800s. This is from a region called Südsteiermark. Not something in Austria that you encounter very often. Usually it's in the northeastern corner of Austria that you see some of the greatest wines. One of the other really cool things about this is that the label is going to change every year. This represents the entire year and significant things that happen, whether in the vineyard or to the winery or just in society at large. Best part is to escape. All right, so something about this Sauvignon Blanc that is different from all the homogeneous formulaic stuff you encounter is that it does have a slight herbaceous quality to it. Green garlic really that just lives right underneath this tropical fruit note that is passion fruit and guava. And this is not something that you find in New Zealand. It's not something that you find in Sancerre. It's not something that you find in Bordeaux. This is really something that I have found in this part of the world, so Austria, even into northeastern Italy, and then Santa Barbara County, which is really, really cool to see how much Sauvignon Blanc can actually express its sense of place. Because again, we don't think about that. We just think about like, oh, Sauvignon Blanc, it's gonna be crisp and light and mineral and most of the time it's the Budweiser of wine. It's the same thing every time. It's light, and we know that it's not going to be oaky, rich, buttery Chardonnay.
Grassy.
Yeah, and
cat piss.
And also, to that point, cat piss. We talk about Sauvignon Blanc as having this cat piss quality. That's actually a result of green harvesting. So harvesting when the grapes were not ripe enough. And because of that, you got this cat piss quality that everyone started to notice. And then I don't know if it was a evil, demented plan by cats everywhere to talk about how great their piss smelled in wine so that they could continue to piss, I don't know, all over the house. But there's nothing good about that. No one is like, all right, cat piss. So because of that, we started to figure out, okay, we got to harvest a little bit riper than the cat piss phase because there's nothing good and okay about that. If you're tasting wine, if you're tasting Sauvignon Blanc that tastes like that now, you don't have to live that way. You're better than that. Okay, so on the nose, you definitely get those stone fruits. You get into tropical. There is that little bit of that green garlic component. And then on the palate, these wines are just so expressive. You do get that herbaceous note, which is going to mean that it's going to be fantastic with salads. It's going to be fantastic with fish. It's going to be fantastic with pizza. The tropical fruit notes means that it's going to be fantastic on its own. It's going to be great by the pool when it's 90 degrees out and you realize that the Speedo that you have is a little bit too small, but you're going to wear it anyways. Because life's too short to always have a bathing suit that fits correctly. This is a wine that gives me hope. This is a wine that makes me want to explore Sauvignon Blanc more, to not just write it off, because there are so many winemakers that are out there making incredible expressions of this grape, just not from the regions that we're comfortable with. And as a fantastic side note, these guys are biodynamic. They hand harvest everything. There are no critters in your wine. This is the good shit. Cheers.